Chiu.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Marco. How are you
Nice to
doing?
meet you.
Good.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Do you want something to drink?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing?
Yeah, nothing. I'm good.
Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw. Now, you happen to have included my favorite insect in Hong Kong. To me, this is the most beautiful insect that I can think of. It is possibly amazing insect. So, first of all, it's called the lantern beetle.
Lanternfly. It's not.
Lanternfly?
It's technically not a beetle.
I know.
It's not a fly. Yeah.
Okay, so let me just describe the image. It's this fantastic close-up at night of this insect on a tree. Do they tend to congregate on the same tree?
Yeah. Usually.
Okay.
Or they sometimes move around, but
Right.
usually I was like right now. I think 1 or 2 months ago was the best season.
Right.
And so I think the most I've seen like 7 on one tree.
Yeah.
So
in the photograph, you actually see 2 flies at the bottom right.
ants, actually ants.
Ants. Sorry,
Yeah,
ants.
ants, yeah.
Ants. Sorry. And then so you've got the tree. The trunk is just this solid on the right side of the image, and the insect is holding onto this tree. Its legs are like the foot, and say the first sort of part of its leg is this dark, almost ash gray color, and then the foot becomes reddish, and then the wings are this incredible green with yellow and white like polka dot splotches. The eye is this large, like relatively large eye, and then pulling way out away from its head is this incredible, impossible horn, red with these white polka dot things on it. It's the most beautiful insect. It's amazing. Why don't you walk us through?
So this image actually is more than meets the eye. So there's
Okay.
actually more going on in this picture than people realize. So I'll let you have a guess. What do you think is happening in this image?
An accountant is taking your company to litigation. I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah. So lanternflies people usually see in Hong Kong, and you usually see them during the daytime, and they're just resting on leaves. And again, my photography, I think the theme of my photography is mainly to show something that people don't really usually
Something different. Yeah.
And people, as most like I will see like this picture of a lanternfly just there on a tree, something like that.
Yeah.
But on this night, there were 2 ants next to the lanternfly.
Yeah.
And so what's actually happening is that the ants are actually waiting for the lanternfly to excrete.
Oh.
So what happens is that lanternfly excrete this fluid, I think commonly known as honeydew.
Oh, okay.
And so these are actually sugar ants. And so they will the interaction is that they will wait behind the lanternfly.
Okay.
And when they excrete, they will get this fresh drink. And
So to put it in the vernacular,
yeah.
this insect eats the sap off this tree, shits out whatever it shits, and these honey ants, which like to eat its shit, go and find it, and eat it.
Yeah.
High in fiber and other juices.
And sugar, yeah.
And sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, no, amazing.
We can't actually see the lanternfly excreting, but they were like neighboring. So okay, let me just document this kind of interaction.
I'm really happy you said that, because now when I see them, I'll definitely understand that behavior better. Okay.
And actually, it's not just ants. I think geckos in other countries have, in Thailand, I think, or Malaysia, they've been documented to actually wait behind lanternfly.
Okay.
And just lick the honeydew as it excretes.
Interesting, because I saw a gecko here behind a lantern beetle, and maybe that's what it was doing.
Or maybe it was trying to eat it.
So they'll also predate.
Yeah, they'll also
on the
predate.
Got it. Wow. Okay.
But again, this was photographed at night, so this was next to a catchwater. It was like on this one tree, and these ants are like walking around the lanternfly, just waiting for its excrement.
Right. Amazing.
And it's not the perfect photo, because the background you'll see is like the leaves kind of like in the background. It's not the.
Maybe, but in a way, like if this was all black, so in the background, or so like the sort of the out of focus black, there's 1/3 of it is all black, and 1/3 is this leaf that's partially exposed, out of focus, but it does give it depth, you
Yeah.
know, as well. So it's maybe not as dramatic, but it's also, you know, it's still a powerful image in my books.
The thing is, like, these small. I think nature isn't just about like, because for the first few animals, we just see this one animal
Yeah.
in a photo doing its own thing.
Yeah.
But I think photography sometimes can be more of that. I think what you said before, the large flock of birds, but when you have more animals interacting, it creates this like movement and
Sure.
it shows you like this wholesomeness of nature where everything's connected.
Yeah.
This is, I think, is one of the few images I've taken that kind of shows that kind of interaction, because
Okay.
usually I would just see this one animal sitting there or just walking there.
Right.
But this is a very unique chance to shoot this interaction and explain to people that, okay, so lanternflies are actually also associated with ants,
Right,
sometimes
right,
even
right.
geckos as well. And so I like to again, it's just showing a different side of a lanternfly.
That's okay.
And it's, I think this was shot at night. I don't know if you can see this kind of these sugar ants around the ant during the
Okay,
day. I've never
okay.
seen them during the day, but yeah, I think what's fascinating about shooting at night is that during the day we'll see these very active butterflies, we'll see many different things, or
Yeah.
just like even nocturnal animals resting, and that's our perception. So that's many people's perception that, okay, this is what nature is. But when you shoot at night, it's a whole different landscape.
sure.
The roles are reversed. The nocturnal animals become active, and diurnal animals they go to rest.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is this kind of like day and night difference that I
Yeah.
want to show. I sometimes shoot during the day as well,
Right.
but it's at night that where I find, because at night it's quiet, there's no people,
Yeah.
you just get the sound of crickets in nature.
It's also it's like photographically, it's like
Yeah.
an easy way of separating your subject from, like, of isolating that subject.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, for example, with this lanternfly, at night I use a flash, and it kind of makes the colors more stand out.
Okay,
And so
yeah.
I just want to make like the lanternfly more like being like the center of the image.
Sure.
Yeah.
Marco, you know, one of the amazing things that I also know about you is
Mm-hmm.
that you run these nature walks.
Yeah.
So how about we wrap it up in a way so that people understand that all of this is out there anyways. So
Yeah.
like what got you to think, well, maybe, you know what, I'm going to start organizing these nature
Mm.
walks to share.
So these nature walks are co-organized with Encompass. So I met Benita. I met her for a talk on insects. And after the talk, and we were discussing it, and she was like, okay, maybe we could organize something like this in Hong Kong and kind of like get people into this nocturnal walk thing. Because, yeah, like we've discussed before, like nighttime brings out creatures that you don't really see during the day. And so my mindset was, I like doing night walks on my own with my friends, just a few, because usually my mindset for night walks is just a small group of people, and we'll just go there on our own and just look for things for long expanses of time. But when the opportunity came out, I was thinking maybe I could share what I know with other people. So because night walks are generally more challenging, it's a little bit more difficult for navigation, and people generally don't know where to go when it goes to night walks. So I wanted to not only share my experience, but to like show these people that this is what's in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
This is literally what's under your nose.
Yeah.
And we've organized quite a lot. We started around like last year after my public exams finished during
Okay.
the summer, and we've been doing a few more this year. And so far, it's been quite good. The response has been quite good. People
Sure.
generally enjoy it.
Sure.
And the good thing about those night walks is that they also help out with the search. So it's not just me leading them around a trail and showing them, pointing at them, this is
Right,
this is
right.
this is that. So they're actually also engaging with along the tour, and they'll look for things, and they're asking me, okay, what's this? And
Yeah.
I'll go up to them, explain
There are
it to
that many
them.
more eyes
yeah,
to find.
yeah. And we've seen some pretty amazing stuff. These
So
night walks.
how old are you?
I'm 18.
18 years old. I mean, I love that you're the kind of weirdo who does this.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's totally great.
I'm the only one in my form who does it, and people call me weird. Like, I can share a little bit of a story. So,
Sure.
so for those who have my Instagram, it's that B guy.
So what?
It's that B guy.
that bee guy.
That B
Okay.
guy. But when you look at just these photos I'm
Right.
showing, there's no bees.
bees.
So what happened was, I think during S3, so there was lots of bees and wasps flying into the classroom for some reason, and then my other classmates were like really scared and something, and then I was shouting at them, because back then I was still a bit like I was still a bit like self-centered at that time.
Okay.
And I was shouting at them, like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
It's just a bee.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Why are you
just chill
scared?"
out.
Yeah, and then I think they got annoyed of me saying it's just a bee, and then they kind of like made fun of it. It's not that they made fun of it, but they kept like bringing it back up.
Yeah.
And that was how like the bee guy
Right.
thing came to be.
Right.
So I like bees, I like wasps, but I generally like spiders more.
Sure.
And I think I got messaged by people from Australia, from the UK, saying that you're scamming people. You don't have lots of bee photos. You don't have lots of wasp photos.
Scamming
Yeah,
people.
it was legit.
That's
Legit,
really
the words they
hilarious.
told me. Why are you scamming people?
That is
And I had to
hilarious.
explain to them
That's
this story.
hilarious.
But I think I'm the only one in my form. I had me and another friend, but he went to the UK. So to the end of secondary school, in my year, I'm the only one that goes out actively and looks for these animals.
Sure.
Like, there are people that go to hike, but then I think I'm the only one that goes to look for animals like this.
Right.
And I think before people call me weird and like, why are you looking at this bug?
Right.
What's so special about this bug? So I'm okay being called weird.
Yeah.
I think I like being different, just marching to the beat of a different drum.
Sure.
And what I like about this is that I can just be me. I don't have
Sure.
to be someone. I can just do what I want and be who I want.
Of course, 100%. I think it's an age thing as well,
Yeah.
in which your peers, as much as you, are trying to identify and articulate your identity and where you fit within the group and all this stuff. And so for them, they'll put the label,
Yeah.
you know, oh, you're the B guy.
Well, they call me the insect guy.
Or the insect
but,
guy,
but,
whatever,
yeah,
it is, whatever it is. And then I just think just keep going. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's great
Yeah.
because obviously what's amazing is that like within the community of just the photographers that I've seen, I talk about your photographs to other people, different ages, different whatever backgrounds, and people understand or recognize your name and recognize you by your dedication, whatever. And so, in a way, that emerges for you. So you know, screw your friends.
No, don't screw them. Going back to the
All right,
class.
let me assassinate your character.
Yeah, I think if they
Kidding.
listen to progress, or if they listen to this, they're like, Marco, what the fuck?
No. We're just having a funny conversation.
If speaking of my classmates, I think in the end, I think later on in the years, they kind of also got they got curious. So
Yeah.
I see that sometimes they don't really like they don't project that much hate towards an insect.
Right.
So they'll just tell me, it's like, what's that?
Yeah,
And they'll just they'll be like telling me that, wait, we found a spider in the
Nice.
stairwell.
Nice.
And I think, but they kind of like understand, like, okay, so this is something that he can deal with. He can go deal with it. But then they don't hate them that much.
Yeah.
I think well, generally they hate like these like creepy crawlies.
Sure.
But I can see more curiosity
Right.
in them, and I think that's what made me happy in the end.
Of
It's that-
course.
yeah, because all these photography, all those posting on the social media, and kind of actually worked a bit.
Sure.
Even in the school, they kind of worked a bit. After I graduated, I think my English teacher, he kind of texted me spiders, and they were like, "Okay, wait, what is this? We got this in
Sure.
school and stuff like that."
Nice.
And I don't know if I changed the perception of the whole school,
Right.
but at least for some people,
Well,
they've
within a
changed.
circle of friends that you can influence,
Yeah.
you've just brought in a little bit more understanding, and
Yeah.
like, who would think that's a bad thing?
Yeah.
We met because my wife said, I think I just signed us up for this nighttime walk to go out to check out some insects. A lot of people seem to be going for it, so it sounds really good. And I heard this guy on RTHK. Were you on RTHK as well?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, so she had just heard you on RTHK, and she said, I think you should talk to him. And I was like, okay. And I'd seen your name a bunch in the posts, and here we are.
Yeah.
So you know what? You're doing great work.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, there's so much more to be done in Hong Kong.
Of course.
And in terms of photography, I think Daphne's group
Yeah.
is doing a great job. I admire them a lot.
Yeah.
So their photography, their approach, their motto, and what they've been doing is really good.
Yeah.
And I really strive to be at the level that they are.
Well, do you do martial arts?
No. Look at me. I can't do martial arts. I'm more like a training dummy.
Okay, you know what? But you know,
Yeah.
kung fu is
Yeah.
so. Kung fu is just a practice.
Yeah.
It's like so. The practice, the kung fu of photography, is just you just keep getting better the more you do, right? So that's how. I love the fact that you've really been a serious photographer for, you said, 3 years,
Yeah.
right? Which is astounding. I really appreciate your work. I appreciate the effort, and I'm going to see you not this weekend, maybe in 2 weekends.
Yeah, in 2 weekends. Yeah.
Wicked. Give me an elbow.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Wicked.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's been awesome.
So, is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So, if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes, shooting it raw.